look like. I didn't know that there were damaged people. I didn't know that toxicity existed. Like toxic men were out there that wanted to take advantage of you, manipulate you, control you, lie to you. I had no idea. So
okay, back to
he was like kind of hating on Karla's sister because she had like
Your
boxer briefs type, you know?
Yeah,
that's the part I didn't hear.
Yeah, you know, like boxer style underwear. Which hello,
Hey.
I'm like I got me some too, right?
Oh my God.
So does George.
Yeah,
George got some hair too.
And he was saying how like those aren't, you know, for girls. You know, they should have the line, you know, basically thongs, right?
Yeah.
And so what I was telling Karla is like, I am a Christian single lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that goes without saying at this point.
The single lady.
You know? Hey. But like, I'm a Christian single lady, so like, I am all about the granny panty life right now. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. Because it doesn't matter, right? Like, it shouldn't matter, right?
Because you're a single
nobody
Christian
should
lady.
be seeing my panties, right?
Yeah.
So I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Unless, obviously, you could see some crazy line in my dress slacks. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. But we were talking about how it's different, though, when you're married. When I was married, for those of you that don't know, you know, I'm divorced, blah, 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 going on 2 years. Calm down, everybody. But, like, I was all about the thong life, matching bra and panties, you know, whatever, because someone is seeing them at that point.
Right.
But I think we've got it a little messed up. I think we've got, like, things a little backwards where we think that when you're single, you need to be wearing all the sexy lingerie and the sexy whatever, but really nobody should be seeing that, right? Fuego.
Yeah. That's interesting.
The lingerie and all the sexy stuff should be for when you're married for your husband. But I think that we're so naive now, like, or we want to be naive. We're not naive.
Yeah.
We want to be naive, like our parents back in like the 50s and 60s and 70s, where it's like, oh, our husbands are good, godly men. They don't care about lingerie and matching underwear and sexy panties and thongs. But like, that's a lie. Because we do live in an Instagram world now. We do live in a Facebook world now. And like, what is your husband seeing? Like, so everybody has a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, the whole like come as you are.
Yeah.
But I just struggle, and this is where y'all can chime in.
Come on.
Okay? I'm speaking from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
I struggle personally with actually believing that men don't care, because y'all are such visual creatures.
Some
women,
that we are.
You know, me and Karla, we were talking about this. Women, she doesn't care if you gain weight and you're fat and you're like, you know, I mean,
why are you looking at George
why
for, bro?
are you describing George right
She's
now?
going
man?
like this.
Yeah.
People describe if you're fat.
She did that.
God.
Hey, she don't care if you're
I did
fat.
not do that.
If you gain weight,
If you wear New Balance
I don't care what you're wearing. If you're not wearing
Y'all
my
are so
merch.
messed up. Okay, that is not what I was implying. But she did say she didn't care if you were like
she
overweight
doesn't.
or whatever.
For sure.
I cannot say the same. Y'all can judge me all day. I don't really care. I do care.
Yeah,
okay. I am a visual person.
Which is
you
nothing
know?
wrong with that. I'm telling you, I'll back you up. There's nothing
So
wrong.
what I
Yeah,
was saying
right.
with that is that I think that if you're open and you have a conversation with your significant other in the dating stage,
That's crucial.
especially,
That is crucial.
Yeah.
in the dating stage, when you're engaged, and definitely when you're married, but definitely in the dating stage where it's like, look, I love you and all.
Your mic. There
You're
you
good.
go.
You're good.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
don't press. Yeah,
Okay,
we don't have
okay.
a big budget here, so
Not yet.
So
We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah,
Anybody?
I
looking
mean,
for
we're
sponsors,
trending.
bro.
We're trending right now, but we're just not
Yeah, yeah.
that trending
Just
yet.
make sure to not grab the bottom.
So, like, what was I saying?
Fat.
In the
Yeah,
dating.
in the
That's all
dating
you
phase.
got from that whole
Yeah.
conversation.
In the dating.
yeah.
You got to talk about.
So like when I'm dating, like the next person that I date and I'm like in a committed, serious relationship with, like I may love you and all, but like these are kind of my expectations. And I don't think we talk about that because we don't want to offend our significant other. But I
that's
think
dating,
it's
though.
important for. But I think that as men, I'm assuming here, y'all can chime in here in a second.
Yeah.
that y'all feel like y'all can't tell us, like, hey, boo, like, you putting on some LBs there, like, that's not how I met you. My expectation is kind of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to match your expectations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think those are conversations that nobody has because we're too scared. I'm not scared. I would tell my ex all the time, like, can you like start combing your hair again? Can you like shave again? Can you like lose weight? Because you're 40 pounds over. When I met you, that's not okay for me. I still look the same, if not better. Hello,
Right. Try to blow up. Right.
Fuego, right?
Yeah.
I had that as an expectation because I was living up that expectation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Y'all chime in.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting way to start the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
We just started recording, and then like everybody just started talking and kind of talking about underwear.
That's an intro.
But yeah, exactly. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tim's Bros Podcast, the number one trending podcast in the world. Check the stats. It's a fact or don't. Exactly. I'm your host, Tim Bro. I'm here with Dino and George. As you guys have already seen, we have brought our number one guest back to the podcast.
I know.
Insane to think that your podcast literally blew out our first one because you do one podcast and everybody's like, oh, I wonder what it's about, I wonder what it looks like. Everybody watches it, it gets a ton of views. That's usually how it always works. And everybody else, it's like, okay, pretty good amount of views, but then you come on and it just shot up. She passed the first episode like it was in the dust. So
Hey George, what was your favorite part of her episode?
Oh, you don't do me like that, bro?
What?
I didn't see it.
Oh, man.
bro.
What?
What's he doing here?
George, we might have to rethink this contract that we have.
David.
Yeah.
I don't think this dude.
I don't know.
I told him before he's jacked it. I was like,
Nah.
It's the number
What's your
one
name?
viewed
Number
podcast.
one trending podcast in the
Oh,
world.
I saw
you
that.
haven't-
I saw that. I
Let
just
me,
didn't
And it
Uh,
wasn't
see
good
it.
enough to click on it.
Wow.
Let me.
That's
All
insane.
right, it's okay.
I'm looking for something.
Okay, I mean, I'm not offended or anything.
Also, this is from David. Mind you, one of our comments
This guy don't
from
know
David.
nothing.
Yeah.
This guy don't.
God,
Hey, David.
I already know what he's gonna read because I
Also,
read it.
Y'all are
side
beefing.
note,
Check it.
this is 3 episodes in a row that
Watch.
George hasn't worn the merch. I don't know if this is something y'all wrote into his contract
Watch.
that he can't wear any of the merch
Watch,
to his
I
4th
read it.
episode or something, but this makes me think that he's not about it.
Wow.
Straight from David.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know you, David, but you're wrong.
Them fighting words.
I know, those are
Oh,
fight
I'm
words
watching
over
right
there, bro.
now.
There's our
Yes.
first boxing match right
I read
there.
your paragraph, Dave.
Yeah. Dang, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I read it. I was like,
I don't
what?
know.
I think David needs to come on
Yeah.
and confront him.
Yeah.
We'll do
You
a
know what I'm
little
saying?
ring in here, right here.
Yeah, man.
Or Bella. I mean, come on, number
Yeah.
one fan here in the house with us. I know if we get the camera
Yeah,
on
if we could
Give me the
turn
camera.
turn the
Number
camera
one
right
fan.
here. Number one fan
Our
right
studio
here.
audience.
That's my girl.
Bella.
Our
That's my
studio
girl.
Yup.
That's my girl.
That's my niece. That's
How's
my-
he doing?
Yeah.
How's he doing? Do you think he's doing good?
Yeah. She said okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
David,
I don't know.
I'm still waiting for David to kind of give him a little something.
Yeah.
We'll see in the comments on the next one.
I don't know,
Oh.
man. Yeah, that's tough. Haven't watched the
I was right
episode.
there. I
Insane.
read it, and I was like, nah. I'll just say
What are you on a typewriter
Well,
or
yes,
something?
I know,
bro?
right?
Well, I was like, I was at work. I was at work. I told you I watched it at work. So I was at work, and I was like, this.
You
let
watch
me
all
tell
of
you
the
something.
ones that have less views at work. Got
Well,
it.
I gotta get 'em up. We gotta get 'em up.
Oh, that's crazy.
Then I refresh.
Anyways, moving on. That's enough of George.
Yeah,
Enough of George.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that obviously was our it's been our best episode, so we're looking to surpass that with this 2-parter that we're about to do. So we are doing a 2-part. So this is the first part for you guys watching. So make sure to keep tuning in, especially for next week.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of a new year. It's 2022. I know it came by really fast.
Came and went.
Yeah.
Came and went, and yeah, we have my sister Amanda back on the show.
Good way to kick
And
off the year.
yeah, good way to kick off the year. There you go. Now compliments from this point forward from George.
No. I'm telling you, I saw it and I told him, I was like, your sister's killed, bro. Last week or whenever we had our little meeting, but
you didn't watch the
you
episode.
didn't.
no, I didn't
He's
watch
like,
it,
but
but I saw the numbers. You know?
Yeah, he saw the numbers.
He's like, I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah, he's a numbers guy. Exactly.
He's like, yeah, number. I ordered number 10.
Well, I know, right? That's how he speaks. He speaks in numbers. The McDonald's menu. Yeah. But no. Anyways, so a lot's happened from the last episode. When did we shoot that? That was a while ago, right?
Last year.
Wow.
Oh yeah, last year. Freaking idiot. So dumb. Yeah, but it was obviously last year. I don't remember when exactly. You guys fact check us.
Brain damage, memory loss.
There's a lot happening up here. I've been going to bed like at 3:00 every night, so I'm a little like
melatonin's not working no more, huh?
No, I'm a little out of it right now. So I'm going to try my best to be the best host on the number one trending podcast. But a lot has happened since the last episode. We've had a couple of interesting things that have happened, so I would love to talk about. So you're obviously single.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe certain individuals that hope that stays that way forever.
Applications down below
There's
in the
other
description.
people who are wishing that, exactly, that they could fill out an application and get the job. So, so where are you at with your dating life right now? How's that going?
It's going. You know, I had my
Okay.
So
real question: have you gone on a date?
Like a very, very minimal handful. Like
very
minimal.
How many is that? 2, 3?
Yeah.
And were they legit? Like the guy knew that you guys were going on a date, or it's like we're just going out as friends?
No, no, he like legitimately knew. Okay, we're gonna go.
Okay,
and we're gonna go hang out. Like you're paying for. My dinner.
Okay. Yeah. And
I've
you're still an old fashioned girl where the
I've
guy.
had the sneaky ones where they're like, "Oh, you want to come hang out?" You know, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think you're thinking that that this is me and you hanging out like that, but we're not hanging out like that."
Okay.
So I like on purpose usually talk about other guys on
that's
those.
good.
Like, being together,
Dang, that's
you know?
that's a
There's
dagger.
I friend zone quicker than they can blink. Like,
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you
I'm
this.
very upfront.
Let me ask you
I
this.
don't, like-
Can a guy get out of the friend zone?
with me.
No, I'm talking. Okay, yeah, that's good. With you, and then in general.
I think that I see guys get out of the friend zone all the time.
It's possible.
In general, me, if I friend zoned you, there's no coming back.
Okay, so there's no return with you.
Like,
Why is that?
Because there's no attraction there.
Look at the receipt, bro. There's no return.
There's no return on yours.
No.
This
Just
ain't
like my
Amazon.
merch, just like my merch, there's no return.
no
It ain't happening.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because there's a lot of guys that are watching this right now. A lot of them are single, and
Right.
they're like hitting you up and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: how does one get out of the friend zone? I've had an experience of this
So-
before. I got out one time.
Okay.
I've been friend zoned one time. I got out one time, so I'm 1 for 1.
Okay.
But what is your advice as a female on how a guy
I
can get out of
think
the friend zone?
persistency within reason. Not
okay.
don't get creepy.
Okay, but please elaborate.
But like,
Yeah, but there's a lot of
so like
creepiness
for
nowadays.
instance,
Elaborate.
like me, if I have friend zoned you, it's for a couple of reasons. Okay, it's not all of them. It's just one of something.
Come on.
Okay.
One is I'm not physically attracted to you, so like
Okay.
that's why I have friend zoned you. And if that's the case, you're never coming out of it.
Okay.
Because I'm so big on looks. Judge me all you want. I don't care.
No, I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that.
that's a
There's nothing wrong with
standard.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
nothing wrong with
it's
that.
not a standard nowadays. You know how many girls?
No, absolutely.
Now,
No, that is for
they're
sure. That is
so
true. That is true.
desperate. They're like, a mí no me importa si
Yeah.
está feo, if he's ugly, blah, blah, blah. It's on the inside. I'm like, you're not going to say that 5 years from
Right,
now or
right,
10 years from now,
right.
but whatever.
Because most girls, we've talked about that. Most girls are about security, and
Yes.
they're about I just want my bills to be paid,
Yeah,
and
see,
I want this and want that, and
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I want to say nowadays,
But I feel like you're more.
75 to 80% of females are that way.
But I
Like,
feel like you're more respectfully. But I think you're more of a dude
oh, for sure.
because you did grow up with me and 2 older brothers.
My
So-
mentality, my dad raised me with never need a man.
Yeah,
Amanda.
right.
Never need a man. You are enough. You are educated. You are driven. You are this. So I've been like
Dang,
hounded
you never
with
told
that.
me that. Said, you don't need a man. You don't. Like, wait, why did my dad
So
tell me?
I was raised that way.
Okay.
So for me, like looks, I have to be attracted to you.
Okay.
So I'll friend zone you if I'm not attracted to you. That's the first thing. That's
Okay.
like first right
Sure.
there. Second, I will friend zone you if I feel like you play games. I'm 35. I'm gonna be 36 next month. You can wish me
Man, he can't play
happy
Call of Duty?
birthday.
No. You're 36 this month.
No.
We're in January.
We're not in January.
We're in January.
Tim's like, we're in January.
We're in January. This
Brain
is
damage, brain damage.
Little context, guys. We're shooting this episode earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, it comes out later. We're in January, Amanda.
Yeah.
All right,
He's giving me
let's
those eyes. He's like,
redo
we're
that
in
again.
January.
You're 36 this month.
Yeah, on
All
the
right.
17th.
There you go. Okay. Thank you.
All
y'all-
the dudes stood up. Yep.
Y'all can take me out.
Jesus.
Send me something. My Cash App. I'll send you my Venmo.
All right. There you go.
Pray, bless my Cash App.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
mean that in prayers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bless
yeah,
it
yeah,
for real. So if I feel like you're playing games, I'm 36. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to be 36. I don't have time for the like, I'm going to text you once a day and like kind of make you wait, or I'm not looking for a texting buddy. You know how many? I don't need that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll friend zone you really quickly if I feel like you're playing games and you don't know what you want.
Okay.
And then I'll friend zone you if I feel like you're just really selfish.
Oh.
I don't care how hot you are. I really don't. At that point, if you've passed number 1 and I think you're attractive,
Right.
but you play games or you're really selfish, I will friend zone you so quick. It's not even funny.
I mean, come on, bro. 36 still playing games?
Oh, hold pump the brake. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
35 and 36-year-olds are acting like they're 25 and 26.
yeah.
You want to know why? Do you have Bumble?
No.
What are you doing with your life? Are you single?
Yeah,
No.
He's got a girl. He's got a girl. He looks like he doesn't have a girl, but he definitely has
So
a
I'm
girl.
like
Wait.
I'm the only real single one. I only asked him that because I know that you're married
Amanda,
and I know that you have a girlfriend.
It's going to be funny. It's
No.
going to be funny. Have you seen his episodes lately?
No, I admit
Because she wouldn't know if he's single or
She
not.
would know
She would be
if she
chiming
was watching
in.
the
Well, I
episode.
can
So y'all
tell
are
you.
even.
Give me a
I'll tell
second.
you
No,
then.
we are not even because at the end of the day, I am not on this couch week in and week out. Okay,
I
You
wasn't
are.
either. I just
You
joined.
are.
Like,
Okay.
He just joined.
Well, if you were-
5 episodes
So
back.
what are your prerequisites for joining?
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
What,
Actually,
the prerequisite should
our
be
standards are now gonna. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we need to start thinking about that.
I've known Dino for like 45 years,
Alright,
so
alright.
I made the mark.
Anyways,
I don't know, man.
Dino doesn't count.
George
Oh,
is,
but
George is sweating over
It's
here.
because
And
they
I'm not.
asked
No,
me.
I'm good.
No, I'm just greasy.
Wait, I don't want your girlfriend getting mad. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
Like she's fine.
Like, she's
Oh.
fine. Yeah.
So he's attracted to his. Come on
Yeah,
now. There you go.
yeah.
I'm honestly on the same page because I've told people several times there's something has to grab my attention and I can't see your
Agreed.
personality from across the room.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
But
see
not only that, you
know?
won't see a person's true personality until like years after.
All right, so
No,
let me tell you
You know what
this.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, agree.
You're true.
But
That's
it goes
true.
back to what I'm saying. There's online dating, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you don't know anything about it because you've been married almost a decade.
Yep.
You probably don't really know anything about it because you're in a committed relationship, going to get married, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're clearly, now I'm finding out, in a relationship. So I'm the only real single person in
Yeah,
this room
you
at
are.
the moment.
Yep.
And let me tell you,
You and Bella.
yes, and she's going to be single for the next very long time.
That's
Am
right.
I correct?
That's right, Bella.
Because
Yeah,
I will
Bella.
ruin
Yeah,
your life.
Bella.
So, with that said, men now in their 30s
Yep.
act like they're in their 20s because they have so many options. They have so many. Now, the tables have flipped
Tables have turned.
in the sense that
Turntables.
back in the day, us women had a bunch of men like, or whatever.
Yeah.
But now guys have a lot of women after them because women are thirsty. Women are
They're
thirsty.
parched.
And it makes me so sad for
Yeah.
so many, especially single moms. And we can get to that in a minute.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Single moms are the thirstiest creatures on the planet.
Oh yeah. When I was in
Okay.
my
and I will say that confidently.
no, when I was younger, that I used to get hit on mostly by single moms.
Like,
older
if you're a
women.
single guy,
Like,
if
all
you're
the
a
time.
single guy right now, you can do the bare minimum, okay? You can be like a loser sleeping on your mama's couch
Yeah.
with no personality. All you got to do is have a couple of tattoos and some nice shoes, horrible job, horrible work ethic,
Right.
and you're going to have a bunch of women after you. Why? Because Single moms are like really.
Well, do you think there's a lot of like also girls, like a lot of damaged girls too, that like, for instance, that maybe they didn't grow up with a father, or just once again, just whatever their upbringing is, and they feel like they can fix those guys.
Yes,
because I know a lot of, and like they would always say like, oh, I like bad boys, I like bad boys, and
that's
I would
like
figure
a
out
thing. That's
why do you like bad boys, and it's like, oh, because I can fix him.
They're a project.
And so they're a project.
Well, I think it's a mixture of that.
Then they end up breaking the girl,
and then they end up breaking the girl. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a mixture of that and these girls that being with someone less than makes them feel good because they are damaged. They have work that they have not put in. Like me, I've put in almost 2 years of being single, of working on myself. And it's been hard. It's been lonely. It hasn't been fun. It's been an uphill battle. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
You go through a really hard season, But I think a lot of people avoid that. And so they look for someone that's more damaged than them so they can feel better about themselves.
Okay.
So it's not so much.
Right
that is a lot. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
My brain's
So it's
spinning.
not so much like, oh, I like the bad boys and da 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 da. Yeah, a little bit. They like the toxicity, but it's because it makes them feel good about how crappy they are themselves. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
There's so many girls out there that are beautiful on the outside. I mean, beautiful. That look like they have their junk together, but mentally and emotionally, there's no intellect there. There's no work there. Right. And so they get with a guy. And have you ever seen a couple where you're like, what is she doing with him?
Oh, all the time. Especially now.
Like he's a loser or this or that
now
or whatever.
The Instagram era, I see that.
Yes. And it happens because she feels better about herself by being with someone that's less than, that's more damaged, that has more work to be put in because now she doesn't focus on the work that she has to do about herself.
She's taking care of him. She's paying for him. She's...
And that's what that's where we're at now. That's why I've been so I get asked all the time, like, why are you still single? You're beautiful. It has nothing to do with that. Thank you. I know that I'm single. I know that I'm beautiful, but I'm not dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's one of those, like, having standards nowadays is really rare.
It offends people.
Really, really rare. I get told all the time, oh, well, you're never going to find anybody like that. Well, mejor sola que mal acompañada.
Yeah.
Better to be by myself than in bad company.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. Like...
So if you get a time machine, all right?
Right.
We're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all right? Tony Stark, he builds you a time machine. You go
with
back.
The flux capacitor.
With the flux capacitor, right. You go back in time and you talk to your younger self. Because a lot of people might ask, okay, she's a very smart, intelligent woman.
Right.
She's pretty. She's got, it sounds like she's got her junk together. Okay, why is she divorced?
Right.
So kind of explain that a little bit.
Yeah.
But then also, what would you tell your younger self? Because you're obviously smarter than what you were when you were younger, right? Like you might have been smart in school, but I'm talking about life smart.
So it's so funny that you say that because I was just talking to my mom about that. Hi, Mama.
Yeah, she's definitely in the comment section right now.
Nancy. Okay, I was just talking to Mom about this.
Okay.
And I was telling her how I was a very naive, super trusting, really good Christian girl. Okay.
Explain that.
Let me explain. No, for real. Yeah. I didn't know what the world looked like. I didn't know that there were damaged people. I didn't know that toxicity existed. Like toxic men were out there that wanted to take advantage of you, manipulate you, control you, lie to you. I had no idea. I was so in my Christian Dallas Baptist University bubble where everybody is so Christian.
Hold on, your mic. Hold it higher. There you go.
Yeah, hold like this. Go like that.
Yeah. Pinky up. Pinky.
Where like people weren't honest or weren't real. I had no idea that existed. So I was telling, who was it that I was telling? Can't remember who I was talking to, but I told them that when I was young and I got married, why am I divorced? Because I got played, Mm-hmm. And I am so, you know that about me. I'm very transparent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all that way for sure.
I'm very transparent. And I think people appreciate authenticity and just being genuine and transparent.
That's why your episode does so well.
Yeah, because I will spill the tea all day long,
exactly.
starting about myself.
Yeah, of course.
But I got played. So I was 22 when I started dating,
okay.
like seriously dating. I was in my senior year of college. So think of it this way. I'm a Latina. I'm about to graduate from college.
Okay.
I already had a good job lined up. I was starting a job at Honda Financial. So I was working in the corporate offices for Honda. And so then what's the next step? Marriage. Because in our culture, you're like, okay, pues mija, ahora cuando te vas a casar?
Unreal expectations on
when it's time to get married. You have a boyfriend, so it's time to just push it along. You know what I mean?
That is a societal thing that there's a study.
For sure.
There's a study that talks about
for
that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I did what you're expected to do after you graduate college. You have a job. You move out of your parents' house. You get married.
Right.
And at that time, I was dating someone, but I say someone because I really didn't know who he was. I had no idea because we only dated for 4 months.
Yeah.
So you don't know anybody in 4 months. You and I both know this. Now in my older self, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I got engaged after 4 months. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Or at least not in
so
this
for
generation.
those 4 months.
Not in this generation.
Like y'all's parents, I mean.
But not in today's generation.
not
But
today.
now, I mean, this is 12 years ago,
Yeah.
you know? So at that time, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, he had lied to me about having his degree in school. You know, I had told myself I'm going to marry someone that has a degree. Well, he lied to me about having his degree. He lied to me about how many sexual partners he had. I was a virgin.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a really big deal for me.
Yep.
So I didn't realize he had been hoeing around. Can I say that?
I think so. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it's okay.
You know, I had no idea. So he wasn't actually active in church the way that I thought or was portrayed to be active in church. So I'm saying I was very naive. I was very trusting.
Jesus. Yeah.
So, but once you say I do, you're just kind of like, well, oops. Oh. And then you start realizing. So I remember one time in one of our first fights as a married couple, I was like, who are you? I said it like I was like, wait a minute. Who are you?
A little white boy,
yeah. And he was like, well, it's just, if I would have shown you who I really was, you would have broken up with me.
Said that?
Oh, like on my kids' lives. Yes.
Wow.
He's like, if I would have shown you who I really was, then
Is
you would have broken
this
up
right
with
now,
me.
you think?
I
He
don't
definitely
know.
will
Probably.
be. Yeah. The last time, and I have no problem. This is my podcast, by the way, so names on it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be uploaded. And if you want to comment, you're more than welcome. We can have a comment battle.
That'll be good for the next one.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We'll read 'em.
But it's funny because what was I talking about, bro?
Dang, Tim, I was waiting, bro.
Are you watching? I have no
Oh
idea.
yeah,
to be honest.
probably watching. The last time, it was funny because I think we had said something, and this is how things work. People don't understand this. This goes in any industry. It doesn't matter. Friends, any circle, stuff gets back to you, bro.
Yeah.
Things get back to you.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. When you talk crap about someone,
Everybody talks. Everybody talks.
it will always come back around, and somebody is going to tell me about what you said.
Yeah.
That's why if I have no problem telling it to your face, I can say it behind your back because I told it to your face. Okay.
Yeah.
But we had mentioned him in one of the podcasts, and it came full circle back around. And they were like, oh, yeah, that you're talking bad about him. I'm like, dude, if you go watch it.
Watch it.
For him, it might be bad. But for most people, it's not. I didn't say anything mean.
And it's
I
the
didn't
truth.
I didn't say anything that was offensive. I didn't, you know what I mean? So if you're watching right now, then, dude.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
I mean,
Hey.
but
Come on
chill,
now.
bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because.
Daddy, chill.
Hold on, dude.
Daddy, chill.
There you go, gotcha. But yeah, you know what I mean? So it's one of those.
Either way, at the end of the day, it's my story. You know,
And this is the thing.
Yeah.
Go start your own podcast and tell your story.
Yeah.
But this is what my thing is. I've always learned that there's always two sides to a story, for sure. Everybody has their perspective of what happened.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But the thing is you have to be able to understand if whatever's the truth is the truth and whatever's false is false.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that I can say is that when you start catching people in lies, their credibility is gone.
Yeah.
So even though they might have a side to their story, well, Amanda was this way and that way, blah, blah, blah. But the second that you start lying about things, your credibility goes out the door. out the door. And that's the only thing. Like, I understand there's two sides to every story. I understand that people have perspective on fights. Like, I did something, you did something, but they did this to me and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, well, he did this to me. I understand there's two sides to every story. But once again, it just comes down to that, because like what you're saying right now, I mean, you put it on your kids. You put it like it's on God that he said. But if he goes around and say, I never said that. Never once did I ever tell you. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the one thing about divorce that sucks, is because he's going to have his perspective. You're going to have
all the time.
For sure.
And that's what sucks, because then the one thing about it is we all have either similar friends, or they used to go to church together. And so there's people from church that know him, that know you.
Yeah.
And
but let me tell you this, like through my journey, I have come to a place in my life where I don't care to be understood.
Yeah,
that's good.
The biggest freedom that you can have in your life is to not care to be understood. Just for me to know the truth, and for me to know my life and what happened and how I have changed and the changes that I've made and the peace that I can live and walk in. You know,
because that can destroy a person, right?
Oh, like trying to get everybody to understand my perspective and understand what I went through and understand the pain I feel. And understand, all it does is drive you crazy.
That's
you know, it just drives you crazy.
It's kind of borderline impossible, because everyone's
So the biggest freedom that you can have, and this is the most empowering advice that I can give anyone, is to not care to be understood.
Okay, that's good.
Just don't care about being understood.
Does that even fall in line with like trying to please everybody?
Exactly.
You know, because that's
you walk in your truth. You walk in what makes you happy and in your peace and the life that God has given you and your purpose, and you know where you stand with God. At the end of the day, who cares if you understand
those
me or
things
not?
will keep you up, bro. Those things will stress you.
Well, because
out.
you're divorced.
Yeah,
and
I went through a little season where I'm like.
And you guys had similar friends.
Yeah,
y'all went to the same church.
And I knew the
It's hard.
truth. And again, same church, same friends, and it was kind of a big circle. So you go laying your head down knowing, I know the truth. Me as being Dino, I know what's the truth. I know it's being twisted. But there's so many ears that are like, why hear this? Like, how the heck? You're not going to go with the freaking, what do you call it, megaphone
and like preach.
But you have to at some point,
yeah.
like, you know what? I know the truth. Whether it's family or friends, church family. Well, hey, we got to respect both. Go for it, but it sucks that it's being
Hey, you
twisted,
know what?
You know?
So let's talk about this. I'm sorry, I know this isn't my podcast.
for it.
Oh, no, go for it. I love when guests segue themselves.
What are
That's
y'all's
amazing.
thoughts? What are what's your thoughts?
I'll tell you right now.
I don't know.
On
Can't see his
exes,
eyes.
like still being friends with family and friends
No.
within your circle,
No, sorry.
like following, commenting, like oh my god, or liking, or whatever. What are the boundaries within that? What is like, you know what, you're wrong for that, or I'm okay with that, or you know.
I'll go first. I'll go first, and then because I'm not divorced, right? Me and Karla, we're still together, and hopefully she doesn't want to divorce me sometime soon. You know? And when this podcast comes out, January, boom. You know. No, but like for instance, anybody who was her friend beforehand, it's fair play.
Agree.
Yeah. It's fair play. Like, you know what I mean? We have friends at church, for instance, that started coming to church, and we were both friends with them at the same time. So if we split and she still talks to them, and I talk, actual friends.
Yeah.
Look, there's a
friends.
difference
There we
because
go.
some guys or even girls, you know, they get crazy, and you know, you get divorced, and they're like, oh, well, these people that I never used to talk to that were in that circle, now all of a sudden I'm going to start talking to them and being friends with them.
Yeah.
That's off limits. That's you conning your way in.
Correct.
And that's not okay.
Correct.
But if you guys met them at the same times and you were actual friends, like you hung out, like for instance, I'll use Eric and Sandra as ours example. Eric and Sandra, we met at church at the exact same time. They became our best friends. And we love them. They love us. Like right now, we're taking care of their fish while they're on vacation. Okay, like that's how big of friends we are.
Yeah.
And I like genuinely care about them. They genuinely care about us. And if something, God forbid, were to happen between Karla and I, and we get divorced, I do not expect her to stop talking to them or me stop talking to them. And you know what I mean? Like that's fair play.
Yeah.
As long as you're not talking crap about me and I'm not talking crap about her to those individuals, it's fine. But if it's somebody like that she knows that I know through her,
right,
and then I'm trying to contact them afterwards, like, hey, let's hang out, let's go do this, let's go do that, that is now me conning
Weird.
my way in, and that
Not just
is a
weird, but you can tell he's
douchebag
trying to
move.
pick at something. Like you're
correct.
You're picking at a scab. You're
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
open up stuff that is, and that for me is not okay.
I've just been so curious about that
No,
because
that's
that
not
has
okay.
like totally
and it
happened
also
in
is
my
obviously
life.
in the
It's not.
Christian community is different because I know there's
For sure.
it's different, but again, when you go to the same church, when you've had that friend,
Correct.
And you're a psychopath. At the end of the day, you're a psychopath if you go make burner accounts and you have Smurf accounts, and you're trying to see and check up on what people are doing. You're a psychopath.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
But however,
Because I'm
nowadays,
psychopath.
nowadays people don't even really see it that way. They now see it like as a norm. Like, oh, I have a fake account. Well, I have a fake account
normal,
too.
bro. That is
Like,
very
blah, 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 blah,
normal.
blah. I already Facebook stalked you, and people say that so.
But I'll tell you this much though.
Naturally,
That
it
is
comes
not
out
okay.
of their mouth so
Yeah.
naturally. Like, oh well, we already went and like I Instagram stalked him. And
But then look at those people who say that.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
Look at
you
you know
what?
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I just used he blocked me, but I used my fake account.
You're psycho. At that
And
point, look, and I mean
that
this
is
with,
like a new age peeping Tom.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, you
That's
were.
a new age
Yeah.
peeping Tom.
That's,
Back in the
that's a
day-
red flag, is what it is.
Yeah.
That's a red banner. It's not a flag. Like it's like back in the day, the peeping Toms were looked down upon, because they would look through your windows to see what you were up to see who was over, to see if
make
you
a
were
hole in the
changing
wall.
or
Jesus.
whatever.
Tim, come on.
Nowadays, like the peeping Tom of nowadays are the people that make fake
fake
accounts,
fake
and they
accounts,
go
man.
and they want to see your life, who you hang out
insane.
with. They go follow all the people that went and followed you, and they check all of their accounts to see if maybe like your nose comes out in a picture or something. And it
much time on
happens
your hands.
more often
much
than you
time.
think. And you know what? It's my crazy Latina girls. I mean, there's men out there I know because I've been
yeah.
dealing with it. But like the girls are really bad about this, where it's like if he said no or he broke up with you, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. So many people are so stressed nowadays. Girls, you're so stressed because you want to force the round hole in the square peg.
In the square peg.
You are like, he is mine. I molded him. I helped him out. I cooked for him. I told him how to dress and change, and now he's not a dork anymore. And have you ever seen old school Mark Anthony?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
with his
Oh,
glasses
yeah,
and everything
yeah. He
else.
was
And
a
now
dork.
you see him after J-Lo, and it's
Yeah.
like, hold on, who is this
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. Tatted
So
up
as
and-
women, we think like, I created you, so you're mine.
Yeah,
you belong
that's
to me.
crazy.
So they start, it happens totally
No,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, you're right.
We get toxic like that. So we think that like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep tracking you. I'm going to keep stalking you, and I'm going to like make you look bad, and I'm going to reach out to the people that you might be in contact with to make you look like a horrible person, and you don't realize
Preach it,
all
come
you're
on, somebody.
doing.
You went through that?
Flashbacks, yeah.
You're
he did.
same thing with
right?
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I'm like,
Team.
wow, it really does
Flashbacks.
cool. Like,
But
Yeah, it's a
all
flash-
you're
yeah,
doing,
not
Flashbacks,
cool,
yeah.
not cool, but it makes.
But all you're doing at the end of the day is you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You're being stuck in the past. And what I've learned in life, here's another life lesson, is
Shit, let me get my notepad real
I know,
quick,
right,
man.
right. Let me write this down.
What's meant for you will always stay. And what's not meant for you will always leave. And so many women are chasing and chasing and chasing. And I don't understand why he doesn't text me back. And I don't understand why he this, that. And I don't understand why, because he's not meant for you. It's that simple. I mean, like dating and love really is simple when you come to think about it.
Yeah.
Like someone that loves you, love. I just think that we use the word love so easily. Like, I love hot dogs. Yeah. I love that shirt. No, you don't love the shirt. You like it.
website, yeah.
You like hot dogs.
George doesn't
You
like that
like
shirt.
shoes. You like the gym. You don't love it,
Yeah,
though.
there's
But
a
I think we
difference.
just so easily use the word love. But when you love something,
Look how beautiful she is.
when you truly love a person, right? You don't leave.
That's how you do it, George. By the way.
You stay.
Yeah.
You stay, you make it work, you fight for that person, you make the changes. Someone that doesn't want to change for you, they don't love you.
That's good.
They don't love you.
That is good. Like
When you really love someone,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could talk about y'all are in relationships. So like
Yes.
if there's something that bothers your girlfriend about you, I'm sitting here telling you right now, George, you don't change, you don't love her, break up with
Hey,
her, start a new life.
Open your eyes.
Leave her
She's
alone.
talking to
Open
you.
your eyes
that
when she's
one.
talking to you.
Leave her alone. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I don't care. I had an anger issue, and my ex can comment on this one. I was such an angry person.
Matter of fact, we're gonna bring them out right now.
Stop. But look, I'll expose myself.
Jerry.
I'll expose myself. Why? Because it's not who I am anymore. It's who I used to be.
Okay.
I would throw plates.
Yep.
I tore my marriage license, okay? Because he made me so mad one day, right?
So are you really married? If you
I
do
was
that?
really married.
If you rip it up, are you really married?
Yeah.
Was torn.
You know, I threw clothes out. I mean, I was horrible.
Amen.
Did you ever
Okay?
put a hand on him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
okay.
You know, because man, now
To this day.
I'm like, let me
To
sit
this
over a little
day.
bit.
so I'm not going to sit here and lie.
Who's that?
I'm not.
That's,
I'm not.
Deontay
So,
Wilder.
however, one day he told me, "You don't change, and this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to leave you." And I'm like, "How am I treating this person that I say that I love
You did change a lot.
this way?"
I'm
And-
a person of testimony to be.
I
able
was
to,
I was a
yeah,
hothead.
Amanda was bad. Because I was the same way. I would throw stuff and
you know,
I had
and I mean,
Yeah.
I keyed his truck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I was
man.
Yeah. Hey, man, stop. Stop
If
playing
my
with me.
bad,
Blackberry
my
Are you
got
asleep?
key-
Wake up. All right. So,
I'm a joke.
Yeah, that's what you get.
But-
Don't be mad at me.
but he looked at me. He looked at me,
Like,
and in all seriousness, he was like, "You don't change. This isn't going to work." And I started thinking, man, you know what? This is the person that I say I love, right?
Yeah.
So I started to change, and I prayed a lot.
Yeah.
I asked God for forgiveness first, and I started making the changes. And I became actually too patient, probably way too patient. And
There was a lot of times I'm like, Amanda, how are you? Why? Like, how are you doing this? It doesn't make
like,
sense.
how are you not mad?
Like,
how are you not
mad?
angry?
It
And
makes me angry.
It's one of those
Yeah.
you know, like when you love someone, you change and you make the changes and you work at it and you don't leave. But girls, ladies, single mamas, all of you, like if he isn't giving you that attention, he's not changing, he's not working on himself, he's not chasing you, he's not putting you on a pedestal or whatever it may be.
Or chasing God. Come on,
You know,
somebody.
yeah,
I'm
chasing
saying?
God.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Amen to that, man.
You know, then he's just not meant for
Well, let
you.
me ask you this.
We
How-
just
how-
fight it so much.
Let me ask you this though: how long do you wait for that person to change?
Well, you
Well,
know,
I
I think that it's like,
Everyone's different. I'm just saying.
well,
everyone
I
has a
think it's
different-
like this, right?
Yeah.
Whether everybody is different or not, you see changes, whether it's gradually or a lot, quickly or big, small or huge.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on the situation, but you're seeing change. It's like the gym, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you go to the gym for a week straight, you may not see the changes, but you're kind of feeling them a little bit.
for sure.
You
For
know,
sure.
you start feeling, and it's not maybe even like physically feeling the changes, but you're
Right.
feeling mentally
Mentally
stronger.
stronger,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you're feeling like good about yourself. You're like, hey, yeah, okay. So you're feeling it. So you may not see it right off the jump, but you're feeling it. I think the same thing works in a relationship where you're feeling someone's energy. They're matching your energy. They are loving you a little bit better, or they're a little more excited about this, or they're a little more motivated about that, or whatever it may be. And then with time, you're like, whoa, wow, you are like a whole
So,
different person.
For me, like one of the things that I see a lot, I always tell people this. Like for me and my girlfriend, we've been together almost 2 years now. I'm like, dude, on the Christian dating timeline, we should already be like married, working on a kid, like
Can I-
you know,
Can I ask a question?
yeah,
All right, 2 years. Okay, how old are you?
24.
Man,
Oh,
you
you're a
really yeah, he's a baby.
baby.
Yeah, I'm about to turn
You're a
25
baby.
next
Oh,
month.
Gushita Lita, look at a baby. Okay, how do you handle sex? Like,
So we're going to wrap up on part 1. We will be back next week, Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time for part 2 of this episode.